yeah, well, I ran out of time on the previous video, but this is not gonna be a long tutorial. Well, this one is just a continuation of the stems tutorial. So just yeah, we had basically exported our sound here and put it there. I mean, we had exported our stems and then we took the sound and put it here. Uh, Basically, you wanted to use this as your own for your own remix now. So if you don't realize by now, this sound here is actually this sound here. Remember that this is the original track, this is the FOP file, and then this is the wave file. This is the one that, let's say, I'm making my own remix package. So what I'll prove to you guys, I'll prove to you that this sound here, this one here, is actually this sound here. So I'll just play this sound for you guys, like, so you can hear it. So this is what the person that's gonna be remixing the track is gonna hear. So you get the point of the stems basically. So stems are basically these things here as wave files, so that the person that's going to be making the remix can take them and use them for themselves, etc. Now another important thing which I forgot to mention earlier on when I was doing the previous tutorial was when you're doing stems, once you've done, let's say you've assigned, like if you're very good at Fruity Loops and maybe just using this part here for to just figure out what are stems and how you work with stems, then there's another thing that you might know as well. When you're dealing with Fruity Loops and you're gonna be sending stems, you wanna remove all effects. So you wanna remove effects like that. So to remove effects on a slot, you just click on that effects thing there, and yeah. So this one here also has effects. This one here, what's the effects on this one is basically the reverb thing. So you wanna remove all effects, except maybe unless the effect is maybe something along the lines of a delay bank or something, you feel me? Then you can keep it. You can keep it because it's basically the sound. It's basically the effect that makes the sound the way it is in the track. So if you're gonna export a stem of that track of that sound there, you're gonna remove. You're gonna keep that effect, and you're just gonna remove one of the effects. But basically, the key effects that you want to be removing are the ones which form part of mastering. So if when you're mixing and mastering a track, there are certain things that you use like fruity limiter, like reverb, like what else? Like let me just check for you guys. Like Maximus, you use Maximus, you use parametric EQ, all these things here. Basically, you don't want to have these things and in your mixer or in any of your sounds when you're about to export the stems, because you want to export the stems without any effects. Leave the effects for yourself later on. You feel me? Because what might happen is I might add reverb on this sound here. You feel me? Only when I export the stems, it's gonna come out with the reverb as well. But then only to find the person I'm sending the file to might want to use the sound here, but there's too much reverb for him to use it the way he wants it to. He wants to use it. You feel me? So what you wanna do is you wanna export the sounds without any effects, so that the person that's gonna be doing the remix can actually add their own effects and tweak the sounds as they wish. You feel me? And not be obliged to just work with the sound the way it is exactly. You feel me? So yeah, so you want to remove all the effects like that kind of thing there. Another thing, another key thing with effects, and the reason why you remove effects is because when you want to send, if let's say you don't master your own tracks, so you might mix your own tracks down or just there, but for the mastering process, maybe you always send it to sound engineering guy or whatever. You feel me? Who's gonna do it, who's gonna do the mastering for you. So when you do that, you want to remove effects as well, because when they're doing the mastering part of things, they basically treat the track the way they want to get the best volume out of the track. So they don't want to be limited by too much reverb and all those things. Don't worry about the reverb, don't worry about all that jazz. They're gonna add it themselves. You might add it a bit and all that jazz there, here and there, but not too much. Try to limit as much as you can out of reverb, because you want to leave basically the engineer guy to do it as they wish and get the best quality track for you in the mastering process. So yeah, that's all part of thing. That's all part of exporting stems. And yeah, when it comes to the mastering process, I'm not too sure. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I think when it comes to the mastering process, um you send them the wave file. So if you wanna send, like you said, an engineer, sound engineer, your track for mastering processes, you're just gonna say you're gonna lay down your track and your complete track, and then you're gonna export it, and then you're just gonna say export MP3 file, whatever, and then just gonna export wave file. I mean, export wave file, and then yeah, then just take that file and send it to them, and then they're gonna take the file, open it here on Fruity Loops, and then they're gonna play the file for you, and they're gonna master it for you. Because mastering, I don't think you need the whole thing. You just need to be able to add, maximize, and all those things there, and play around with the track. But that's a whole other topic, mastering and mixing. I'm still learning myself on that. So yeah, but otherwise, those are the two key things. It's to remove effects, and yeah, well, basically that's one key thing: remove effects, and yeah, when you export styles. So yeah, that's how you do it. Sharp of it.